It's time for a Horc Evader overview. To get Horc Evader, you will need to have rank 10 in Horc Reputation. For your enhancements, either go full luck or a mix of thief if you want to increase your evasion. If you have awe or forge enhancements, then here are some suggestions. Now before we start with the passives, I have a question. Why on earth is a class that has Evader in its name use the Warrior Mana Regeneration model? Anyway, your first rank 4 passive increases your crit rate by 10%. Your second one increases your dodge by 10%. Your rank 10 passive gives you a chance to double your haste, which is pretty useless since your 5th skill grants you max haste anyway. Your auto attack is a basic strike. Your second skill is called Whistle, and it summons this ugly ass boar as your battle pet. This skill also applies Enrage to yourself, which increases your outgoing damage by 75%. However, it also increases your incoming damage by 40%. This may sound like a negative, but when you use your other skills, you will achieve max evasion, so you don't have to worry about the increased incoming damage debuff applied to you. I don't want this goofy owl looking thing as my battle pet though, so let's change that. There, that's better. Your third skill is called Shadow Strike. It targets one enemy and increases your dodge by 10%. It also applies a light damage over time to the enemy, which stacks 4 times and lasts 10 seconds. Your fourth skill is called Smell Fear. You apply Smell Fear onto yourself, which increases your dodge by 30% and crit chance by 25%. It also lowers your haste by 30% as well, which again, won't matter since your 5th skill will still take you to max haste, but I don't understand why they needed to have included the debuff onto yourself. This effect lasts for 12 seconds. Your 5th skill is called Hunter's Call. It deals damage to one target and applies Hunter's Call onto both the target and yourself. This increases your haste by 75%, but it also increases the enemy's haste by 50%. Lasts for 12 seconds. I honestly have no idea why they decided to make it so that the enemy's haste also gets increased from your 5th skill. I guess they were making is so that since you have high enough dodge from your other skills, it won't even matter, since you will be evading, and will gain mana back from it. Oh wait, but this class has the Warrior Mana model, so that basically contradicts the whole purpose of giving the enemy a 50% haste boost. If you are a lower level player, make sure you don't spam your abilities. Otherwise, you will run into mana problems, unless you use Mana Vamp, which can help you in that regard. Also make sure you use Thief enhancements, if your evasion is too low. Start with 2, 4, 3, then 5. Paired with Elysium, Horc Evader can provide decent DPS, however, don't expect anything mind-blowing. Also due to it being a dodge class, it can solo one-shot bosses. If you do want to know what combo I used, well, I basically started with my 4th, then 5th, then 2nd, and finally 3rd. From there I kept spamming my 2nd, 4th, and 5th skills of cooldown, and used my 3rd skill only when my mana was around a quarter of the way full, to maximize the damage from Elysium. Don't farm with this class. Even if you have Elysium, there are far better options available, since it's short-ranged, and single target only. You can support. Well, support the enemy, that is. You apply a 50% haste buff to the target from your 5th skill. So, unless you hate Adventure Quest World players, and want the boss to kill your group members quicker, don't use this class to support. Overall, you are going to need Elysium to really make Horc Evader shine. If you are a lower level, however, mix and match with Thief enhancements to give yourself high enough evasion to solo hard-hitting bosses. Just be mindful that your damage will be reduced because of it. Anyway, the bottom line is, if you have Elysium, then I would definitely try out Horc Evader with it, otherwise, I would just keep this class in your bank. Anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.